Set to go. AFX Pro Twins and Nakeds. Beau Beaton on the pole. Away, racing. And MacLauchlan and Beaton got away to a good start. Very even start. I think MacLauchlan may have had just a slight advantage. So they tipped themselves into the YMF Loans turn 1.
Yeah, Lewis got the 848 off the line very, very well, but just as the speeds rose, he got a little swamped by the bigger bikes.
Well, we'll see who holds sway over Dunlop. They're coming around through the Yamaha Air Fence corner turn 2. See the helmets bobbing up through, climb up to Dunlop. And it is MacLauchlan from Beaton.
No, it's
MacLauchlan.
Beaton, MacLauchlan, Chris Knox. It is, can't quite see who's in fourth spot, but Darren Lewis is in fifth.
Okay, they head around in a Puma RB. Big field of Pro Twin and naked bikes. The Wilkinson boys out there doing what they enjoy most, racing each other. We wait for the leader, Beau Beaton, and all right on his back wheel is MacLauchlan. This is a little bit more willing from Ryan MacLauchlan. He's taken it right up to Beau Beaton. Third is Chris Knox. And fourth is Richard Leamington. Fifth is Phil Lovett. Sixth is Darren Lewis. Around the Yamaha straight, the short straight between turns 9 and 10. Then they head round the shock treatment left and right-handers at turns 11 and 12 and start the run down this very fast Motul straight here at Eastern Creek Raceway. And it is Beaton from MacLauchlan. MacLauchlan not letting him get away. Chris Knox going well in third. Richard Leamington is fourth. Ballestero, Peak, really. Now we're missing... Now they've got Phil Lovett up there now. Phil's back into fourth. So it's Beaton, MacLauchlan, Knox, Leamington, Lovett, Lewis, Gordon, Ballestero. They're the top 8 as they head around to complete their second lap. For them, there's Beaton, there's MacLauchlan.
Yeah, Beau Beaton's actually increased his lead in the first place there, but it looks like Chris Knox is actually gaining one more. MacLauchlan in second. It's Lovett in fourth and Leamington in fifth.
Okay, so Phil Lovett's moved up a couple of spots. He was back in fifth, so he's caught and passed Richard Leamington. After a slow start, now starting to make his way towards the head of the field. It is Beau Beaton increasing his lead from his teammate Ryan MacLauchlan on the North Coast V-twin Ducatis. Chris Knox again chasing MacLauchlan down. He did this in the previous race and managed to just tip Ryan out on the line.
Looks like Darren Lewis on the little 848 is making some ground too in fifth spot.
Well, he's got a never say die attitude, hasn't he? He tends to forget that he's on not quite the same capacity machine as the bigger bikes.
He'd be considerably down on horsepower, but he's still doing very well.
Sure is, staying with them.
Beaton's leading. He's got a good lead. Yeah, he's starting to stretch that lead out. He was he won the last race by 11 seconds, and he's currently leading this one by quite a margin too. Currently only 2 seconds, but it's a handy lead.
Sure is, and this is the third and final leg for the Pro Twins and Naked Bikes for today in the Form Xtreme National Championship, sponsored today by Motul Oils. This is the third and final time out for them. Beau Beaton looking to make it 3 out of 3. At this stage, looks like he's going to be in trouble to do so.
Yes, it looks like Ryan's consolidated second. Doesn't look like Chris Knox is gaining anymore, but Lovett's in fourth spot still with Leamington and then Darren Lewis.
Yep, Phil Lovett on 33, Richard Leamington on 4.
With Gordon on the Aprilia coming up behind them.
Well, he's in 7th on 44, and then Mark Ballestero is in 8th. And the Wilkinson boys are riding out for 24th and 25th place. But the way they're going at it, they could be racing for the outright win.
Here they come now into turn 4. But actually, they've got a KTM between them, which is... I'd be watching out if I was at KTM rider, because there's no holds bar between those two higher zones.
That's true. They head down through Puma RB as our race leader heads up through shock treatment, turns 11 and 12. And that heads down the Motul main straight. It's our race leader, Beau Beaton. clear lead, but not as big a lead as his margin was in race 2 and in race 1. But a good 3.3 second lead from Chris Knox, who is 2.2 seconds back in 3rd. Phil Lovett is a further 5 seconds back in 4th. Then Leamington. Darren Lewis is up into 8th. Duncan Gordon 7th. Mark Ballestero is 8th. We just wait for our 9th place rider. Richard is in front of David in the higher sung battle. And Gary Peak is 9th. Adrian Pierpoint is 10th. Good consistent ride again from Adrian Pierpoint on the Benelli.
Yeah, the top 3, Dave, have stayed pretty standard with the gaps there, but looks like the down at top 5 is consolidated now with Darren Lewis, maybe gaining slightly on Richard Leamington in 5th.
Okay. Gary Peak, 675 Triumph, doing a great job there in 9th. Adrian Pierpoint. Tim on the Benelli, definitely the Benelli. I've checked it out yesterday and this morning. We had some discussion about it at Winton as to whether it was a Ducati or a Benelli. Definitely the Benelli this weekend. As the last lap board comes out for our race leader.
Oh, and one of the Wilkinson boys, that's Dave Wilkinson up inside of Dean Yagan on that KTM Super Duke. So the higher sungs have got the better of that KTM in that last lap.
They're a very fast machine, these higher sungs, aren't they? As Beau Beaton comes across the start-finish line. The race leader from Ryan MacLauchlan, 1.9 seconds back. Chris Knox in 3rd. Phil Lovett in 4th. Solid ride from Phil. Leamington still in front of Darren Lewis, although Darren is closing, but they're on their last lap. And we wait now for Duncan Gordon on 44, Mark Ballestero on 85. And in there with him is Gary Peak on machine number 6 on the 675 Triumph. So Beau Beaton leads him up over Dunlop and past you, Tim, for the last time.
It might be the last lap, Dave, but he has not slowed down at all out of shape coming over Dunlop there. Ryan MacLauchlan in 2nd spot with Chris Knox consolidating his 3rd position.
Yep.
Then we've got Lovett in 4th, and we've got Darren Lewis and it's Richard Leamington number 4, and then Darren Lewis on the little 848 Ducati.
Okay, putting in another good solid performance is Darren Lewis. So it's Beaton who leads him away, comes around Red Baron Corner, or Red Baron Hill for the last time, down into turn 9. Good lead over Ryan MacLauchlan, who in turn has a good lead over Chris Knox. Coming through in 4th is Phil Lovett.
There's a great battle for the lower positions with Duncan on the Aprilia RSV4 and the Alexander Pickett on the 675 Ducati. Great battle between those two for the lower positions.
Okay, so they come around the back of Red Baron Hill, come down into turn 9, out of shock treatment turn 11 and 12. Beau Beaton comes down the Motul straight, gets the checkered flag, take out another win, 3 out of 3 for Beau. Ryan MacLauchlan takes 2nd. Chris Knox will take 3rd, another solid 3rd to Chris Knox. Then Phil Lovett, very credible 4th position to Phil. Richard Leamington is 5th, waiting for him to come across the line now. From Darren Lewis, Duncan Gordon, Mark Ballestero, Gary Peak and Adrian Pierpoint.
Yes, congratulations to you, Beau. Again, a three-peat today, 3 firsts. You must be very, very happy with the team's overall performance.
Yeah, look, I can't be happy enough with North Coast Beaton's racing and technical partner suspension. They've put a great package together for me today, and I can't ask for much more than 3 firsts. You know, that's what we come here for, to win races. We also, we wanted to do some time on the bike. That's what we're always here for.
Well, don't underestimate your own ability. I mean, it might be a good bike, but you've got to have a good rider on it as well.
Oh, you got to give them a lot of credit. They do a lot of the work. I just go out there and do a few laps at a time.
Well done, congratulations. We look forward to tomorrow.
Thanks, mate.
And in 2nd place, making it 2 seconds in the 3rd, Ryan MacLauchlan. Here he comes around the back of the speakers, missing out on being run over by the bike. One better than last time, the same as the first one. You can't be overly unhappy with your day's performance.
No, I'm pretty stoked with that one. I made a few little changes suspension-wise. Stephen Mudford has been helping me out this weekend, and just then made a massive difference. So we're heading in the right direction now, and hopefully just keep improving over the weekend.
Well, congratulations again. We look forward to the same tomorrow.
Thank you.